Are you a creator? Are you looking to monetize what you are? Not what you do, but monetize what you are as a creator. Well, a lot of times people believe that artists are supposed to struggle, that artists are supposed to try to figure out how to make ends meet. But this interview right here is going to give you the exact blueprint on how you can create a 6 or 7-figure business as a creator without having to compromise who you are, being exactly who you are. Because I know that when I started out as a creator, I was trying to figure everything out, and it was hard, and I didn't have the blueprint. I bumped my head a bunch of times. I felt like, you know what, let me go get a job. Let me not be as creative as I am. And I wish I would have had somebody like Brandon in my life that could have shown me that, listen, you could be creative and get the bag simultaneously, because guess what? Abundance is our birthright, so you can do it simultaneously. So look, tap in. This interview is going to change your whole entire life. Let's get it. Hey, what up, y'all? It's Ash Cash checking in. And if you are a creative, entrepreneur, deal maker, investor, etc., I got something major to tell you. I will be at the Black Equity Con coming up in Miami on June 9th and June 10th. When I tell you, the roster is absolutely crazy. This isn't just a hype or rah-rah event. This is a legitimate conference with over 40 plus sessions, over 2 full days covering all things entrepreneurship, monetization, how to build a team, investing, and even mental and emotional health. We all know how important it is to pour into our own cup and take care of yourself first before we can take care of others. Entrepreneurship is no doubt the path to breaking generational curses. So if you are a Black creator or entrepreneur looking to network with thousands of other like minds in the beautiful city of Miami, I need you to go to blackequitycon.com right now to save your seats. All right, let's get to the episode.
Pay attention and listen, we about to teach class. Inside the vault, my man Ash Cash. So get your man right. Thursday nights, 8 p.m. You see him to change your life. Millionaire mindset, the best on earth. Blueprint, the wealth, the knowledge network. So get it while you can, and he's standing right here. Just come inside the vault and see Black millionaires. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Come inside the vault and see Black millionaires. Oh yeah, oh yeah. You won't Ash Cash, you can catch it right here in the vault.
So welcome to another awesome episode of Inside the Vault with Ash Cash, the greatest money mindset show on the planet. Here, we give you the insider's guide on how you could create financial freedom, being exactly who you are. And this interview right here is going to blow your mind, right? Because a lot of times, especially for my creatives out here, the people that believe that have, I don't know if it's the left brain or the right brain, but it's one of them sides that is for creators. And people think that the other side is the only way you can make money, that you got to be technical, you got to be a scientist or biologist or something. But I'm about to tell you how you can monetize your creativity because shoot is shoot. So I got my guy, Brandon, shoot me in the building. What's up, my G?
What's up, fam? How you feeling?
I'm doing well, man. I'm doing well, man. I'm excited for this interview because, again, as a creator myself, I've always wanted to, I've had YouTube channels, I've done all these different things, but I never knew how to monetize that creativity. Right. And when I looked at, what you do and the success that you've had, not only as somebody that's behind the camera, but now creating teams and helping other people, monetize themselves. Yep. I think this is an interview that people are really gonna benefit from. But before we get to that space, for those who don't know, who is Brandon Dixon, aka Brandon Shot Me?
Let's go. So so Brandon Shot Me, people call me the shooter. Basically, I'm a coach for photographers and videographers. So I help photographers and videographers build a profitable business in less than 60 days.
So less than 60 days. And that's like if you've never
touched a camera right in the box. Go to Best Buy, buy a camera. As soon as you pull out the box, within 60 days, I can show you how to make a lot of money.
Wow. And so take us through your journey, right? Of being a videographer and like how did you get to this space where now you have the wherewithal, the expertise to teach people how to become profitable in 60 days or less.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've been doing this for 12 years, but literally when I quit my job, so in 2016, that's when everything kind of took off.
Yeah.
Right? So the reason I'm able to do that is like literally within the past 3 or 4 years, I've already hired my team, got shooters, got editors, and I haven't edited anything in the past 4 years. And I made, $1 million within 2 years just holding the camera.
Wow.
Right? And not having to have to hold the camera last year.
Wow.
Right? So that's why I'm able to have the expertise. I know things that photographers, videographers just don't know.
Yeah.
And not only just photography, videography, you could be a photographer, videographer, a graphic artist, anybody in the creative field that are trying to focus on being so creative. There's a business side that people are lacking, and that's what I show people.
Yeah. And so why do you think that most videographers, graphic artists, editors, people in that space, why do you think that they don't learn the business side or know that there's a business side? Why is creativity synonymous with being broke, to be honest?
They've been bamboozled. Been bamboozled, led astray. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta think, if you went the way you got into it, it's a passion project.
Yeah.
You got into it, you're passionate about it, and you make so much love to it, and you don't think about the business side because nobody talks about money.
Yeah.
Right? Everybody talks about like, hey, you can create this, you can create that. You're shooting murals and you're creating all these creative things, but nobody's talking about actual money. They're not having money conversations.
Yeah.
Long story short.
Yeah.
Right? So when you start having money conversations, hang around people who talk about money, you start to think different.
Yeah.
So what happens is photographers, videographers, graphic artists, anybody in the creative field, they'll start hanging around each other and hang around other broke people. So if you hang around other people who are also broke, you will be in the same field as them.
Yeah.
So what I decided to do was hang around millionaires, entrepreneurs every single day for 2-3 years.
Yeah.
And when you hang around enough millionaires, you'll become one.
And I love that. And so like for somebody who, they just picked up the camera, right? They fresh out the box. What is the first step of monetizing their skill set?
Okay. So first thing, you don't want to scam people. So you gotta get good first. Right?
Yeah.
You gotta shoot and you gotta practice every single day.
Yeah.
Now every other day, now when you feel like it, you gotta practice every day. Yeah. So when you think about the people who you think about LeBron James and all the people, they practice every single day. When people look at where you are now, they like, oh, this person is really, really good. When you think about Ashcat, think about all the books you've written, right? You had to do this every single day for you to get to the place where you want to be. So first, practice every single day. Once you get good enough, right? Decent and good enough, then you can start monetizing. And when you start monetizing, you basically want to pick a niche. You want to find one lane to go into, right? Whether you like it or not, find one lane and then charge people a lot of money.
Yeah, and so like when you say like a niche for a videographer, right? Like, give me an example of a niche that a videographer could get into that could command some serious dollars.
Sure. So me personally. And for other photographers and videographers, I recommend people focus on businesses, right? Because in every other niche that you focus on, it's always going to be a lack of money. So if you think about portraits, nature, street, whatever, I don't know how these people are getting paid.
Right.
They're struggling, right? Now, the only niche besides those that you can probably get paid is music videos and weddings. Now, the difference between those two is that you always have to hustle for a new client every single day.
Yeah.
I don't have to do that. So if you work with music video, let's say you charge $500, $1,000, whatever, you have to do that at least 8 times or whatever. So you got to look for like 10 or 15 clients every single month to be able to make ends meet.
Yeah.
Same thing with weddings. You have to look for 5, 10 brides every single month, right? And it's a lot of hustling to get to the bag. For me personally, we work with businesses, you can get put on a retainer, right? So then you have predictable income every single month. So now what happens is you only need 5 or 10 clients every single month and you'll make over 6 figures just for that alone. Yeah. So you thought that you needed 100 clients.
Right.
But you actually find that you only need a few.
Yeah, yeah. And I like that because when you think about small businesses, their need, especially now, right? Their need for videographer, for content is really essential.
Yeah. For them to grow their business.
For them to grow their business. And so that allows you to kind of like continue to eat as a videographer. How would, what's the process of a videographer, right? Somebody's watching right now. They're like, all right, you know what? I want to go after a business. Yeah. What's the process of them trying to find, like a client? What's the best client attraction strategy, for a videographer?
For sure, social media.
Yeah.
So like everybody's on social media. So back in the day, you had to do door-to-door sales and go knock on 20 people's door every day and people close the door on you. Now you got Instagram, right? Instagram is your new portfolio, right? When people say, I want to go to the website and all that stuff, that's taking people in another direction. What you want to do is you want to put all your stuff on Instagram because people can go from, and you notice if you're looking for a photography videographer, you're going to Instagram, you're scrolling through their stuff, you see what you like, right? And then we can have a conversation through messaging.
Yeah.
And then from there, we can hop on a phone call and we can see if we're a good fit.
Yeah.
But your page has to look attractive enough.
Right.
Have you been to a photography videographer's Instagram? It's like, this dude doing all over the place.
Right, exactly.
You don't even want to, and you like, my work is good. You doing everything.
Right.
You the jack of all trades, Mr. I do everything.
Right.
You doing wedding today, a funeral video tomorrow, a baby shower, somebody got a prison video. It's like, what are we doing?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're looking for a music video director.
Yeah.
You're looking for a short film director. You're looking for a person who does businesses. People who work with business, people who work with authors, right? You'll feel more comfortable if you find somebody who's done videos for other authors. You're like, okay, cool. I feel comfortable working with this person. So you have to look attractive. If your stuff doesn't look attractive, you're not gonna get a client anyway. It doesn't matter if you got the pricing and it doesn't matter how good you are. That's why people who are less than, who's like maybe like a 6 or 7 at photography videography, are making more money than the people who are vets and been doing it for 10 plus years.
Yeah. And so what do you say to that creative who has their dream, like most videographers that I meet, they want to do movies. Like, yo, I want to do a movie.
Sure.
And they're like working their way to that, right?
Yeah,
So they're like, all right, cool. I'm going to work
Yeah.
until I get enough money or till I get enough connections.
Yeah.
And, what do you say to that person?
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned that because I was actually one of those people too. So let it go for right now. Let it go.
Yeah.
You want to focus on creating predictable income.
Yeah.
If you're not making 10 bands a month, you shouldn't do anything else. Okay?
Yeah.
You should have a niche. Working with businesses, entrepreneurs, brands, or anything that gives you money, you need at least $10,000 a month or more. Predictable income, right? That means your house good, your pay, whatever. You ain't got to worry and struggle.
Yeah.
And you need time.
Yeah.
Okay? So now you done freed up your time. You have more money. And then with that, you're able to use that free time to be able to go and do film and all this other stuff. Because what happens is when you go and do film, you're not making money. You're spending your own money.
Right.
If you're working at Costco, you're spending Costco money to go and make a film.
Right.
Hire actors and all this other stuff. It gets crazy. So now what happens is, now you're making money. You're not as stressed or as pressed about this film has to blow up. Okay? You're already making the money. Now you can do the film. And you have other ways to be able to create a film. Once you create the film, you can put it on, you can create your own Netflix.
Yeah.
Do a $2 a month or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Put it on YouTube. You get to be patient with it.
Yeah.
As opposed to a rush project and be struggling and still working at Costco for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Get to the bag. Photography videographer need to get to the money right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn everything else.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I want to do baby shop. Man, listen, what happens when I talk to a lot of photography videographers, and once they start making money, their passion, whatever they said when they was on the phone, after 6 months to a year, they won't do it anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to go feed the homeless. When you start making 10, 20K a month, you're like, man, I'm chill. I'm going to Paris.
Right.
What about the homeless? Man, it's homeless out there in Paris. You out there eating bagels, croissants.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the problem is when you don't see it, first of all, you don't believe it, right? You don't believe that money can be yours. You don't feel like it's enough money for everybody.
Yeah.
Once you start achieving it, like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
Then what happens is you start to think different.
Yeah.
When you don't have money, it's like you can't even believe that, oh, this is even possible.
Yeah.
So you do other things that like may be a dream or may be possible, or it's like it doesn't even make sense.
Yeah. And so like and I get that, right? Because in anything that you do, if you're trying to figure out how to make ends meet, you can't be as creative. You can't get to that space, right? You can't really, focus to that. What kind of mindset do you have to have though, right? To be, or mindset or skill set that you have to have in order to get to that space where you're willing to learn what it takes to make money as a videographer. Because I think that, a lot of times, because there's this, this vision of, all right, I want to put this movie out, but I also want to be around Hollywood, or I want to be around, the things that allow me to get my movie to be successful, right? Like what do you say to those people, or what mindset do you supposed to have in order to?
I feel like you're not broke enough. You know what I mean? You're not. You haven't got to the point where you're sick and tired.
Yeah.
Right. So like I don't do vision boards. I don't do anything like that. Like when 2016, whenever whenever I quit my job,
Yeah.
I forget, right after I quit my job,
Yeah.
when I was sick, my wife would come home every single day and she would just be upset about like, oh, the job is killing me. This joint, and I'm making 6 figures at the time.
Yeah.
And she's like, come home every day, how much you don't like and whatever. And it's like, I can't sit here and feel like I'm successful and my wife is not successful. Like she's still working her job.
Yeah.
So if that stuff gets up and moves you like, oh, I'm not making enough. I need to go out and do more.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to go out and do more stuff. I need help. So then I retired my wife.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But then after I retired my wife, my mom had called me, asked me for money.
Mm.
And I'm like, me and my wife good, right? We living life, we making money, but my mom is still struggling.
Mm.
So I retired my mom.
Mm.
You're not in the space. I feel like people are too selfish.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You think about yourself, you on you, right? So you just only focus on, I just want to do is get my movie out. Think about why are you out there trying to figure it out?
Yeah.
Your mom, your wife, your cousin, somebody is out there. You got a camera, you got a skill right now that can make you a lot of money, but you're too busy playing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Your mom calling you out money. I got people call me all the time, give me all these stories. I'm like, I don't want to hear it. Oh no, you wouldn't understand. No, I do understand. I've been there. I've been editing. When I first started, I was editing every single day, 3 months straight, no job. My wife took care of all the bills.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like, if people aren't willing to do what it takes to get there, it might not be for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, hold on. I know you saw episode 44 of my guy Storm Leroy. I know you saw episode 64 of my guy Marvin Mitchell. But now we about to do a 5-day special challenge where we are going to help you take your life to the next level. Yo, Storm, what they going to get?
What you're gonna learn is how to use your job as your first business partner, why you should take your house out your name, and why not having a living trust is a disservice to you and your legacy.
Hey, yo, Marvin, what they going to learn?
And they're going to learn why saving could actually be costing you money. You're also going to learn why your 401k could be keeping your money in prison, and how to leverage life insurance to become the bank.
All right, y'all, so stop playing around. Go to mypathchallenge.com. Sign up now. Spend 5 days with us, and let's get back to the show. All right, peace. Let's go.
And then what kind of like retainers, like what's the average retainer a videographer could be looking for if they're like working with, let's say, a business or you know?
You can easily do $1,000 a month.
Okay.
$1,000 a month is easy. Basically, you can find a business, an entrepreneur brand, pay $1,000 a month. You get 10 clients, you'll make 10 grand. You only find 10 people,
Yep.
and they're all over the country.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. I can walk around the corner right now and find a client.
Yeah. And then what would that videographer be providing, let's say, for that retainer of that $1,000?
Yeah, sure. So you want to be able to add, value.
Yeah.
So let's say I walk into, let's say it's a mom and pop restaurant around the corner.
Yeah.
The problem, we so busy going there, buying burgers, buying shakes, and all the other stuff, we never stop and ask you who did the menus, right? Do you guys need updated photos for your Instagram, updated photos and videos for your Facebook or your website, things like that. You find the stuff they need and you just provide those things, right? You already know what they need. Take time to go and look it up and say, oh, this person needs this.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna do. You give me $1,000 a month, I take care of all this for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's simple. They've been wanting to do it anyway.
Yeah.
They haven't posted. They know they want to be on social media, but they're too busy running the business. They don't have time.
Yeah.
So they need somebody to come there, and it's cheap. If the mom and pop store is doing $80,000 to $100,000 plus a month, $1,000 is nothing
for them. Yeah. Yeah.
We need that. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Yeah. No, I love that. And then like, does it matter what camera they have? Does it matter like what equipment they're using? Because a lot of times people might feel like, you know what, I can't charge $1,000 a month. I can't, I don't have the equipment. I need, to get, I need to make money someplace to buy the gear to do. You know what I mean? Like they kind of look at that what was the, what's the equipment that people could use to get started?
You need to focus on being creative.
Yeah.
So whatever you have right now, you can buy a camera $600, $700, $800, right? Don't go crazy and get a $100 camera. Find a camera that's decent enough, right? $700, $800, right? I'm not going to tell people which ones because there's so many out there.
Yeah.
But 9 times out of 10, the camera you have right now is probably good enough to be able to go and start making money right now.
Yeah.
It's so many, because it's not the camera, it's the person.
Yeah.
A lot of people think it's the gear. It has nothing to do with the gear.
Yeah.
Right? Meaning I can have a camera right now, don't shoot 4K, 6K, and whatever, and I can still make a lot of money.
Yeah.
But most people are trying to keep, you're trying to gear or equipment your way up to success.
Right.
And it's not, it's just draining you. It's draining your bank account.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You need to get one camera. This camera needs to make me a lot of money. Once this camera makes me a lot of money, I go and upgrade and get another camera.
Yeah.
So once they pay me, I use that money or my profits to go and buy another camera. But what happens is, the crazy enough, when you buy another camera, you got to ask yourself, did the client ask you to upgrade your camera?
Or did you? Yep, that's true.
They didn't ask for it.
Yeah.
You on YouTube. Oh my God, I'm boom, boom. You 10 grand, 15 grand in.
Yeah.
The client's like, well, I was just cool with this. You could have kept your expenses low. And now you're paying $100 a month for a camera that you can't afford.
Wow. Yeah. No, I love that. And then so, take me to your journey though, right? Because, you're obviously at a space where not only have you figured out how to monetize being a videographer, but also you help others, monetize and build a business through videography as well. But take me through your journey. When did you know? What made you pick up the camera?
Yeah. So I was rapping when I was like 18, 19.
Right.
The whole rap right here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to drop a beat?
Yo.
We ain't gonna do it.
About to go.
So what happened was I was hurt, me and my bros rapping. I was trying to find somebody to do our videos, but videographers were trash, right? They wouldn't give our stuff back on time. They wouldn't edit the footage. It was all type of weird stuff. So I was like, bro, I'll just do it myself, right? So once I figured I was gonna do it myself, my wife packed up everything. We moved to Atlanta, and when I say she packed up everything, she had rented out a house. She sold everything out of the house. She bought the U-Haul. She used her credit to be able to get the part when we got there. Literally, I had nothing, right? Because I'm from a small hometown, right?
Yeah.
Been broke my entire life. So she was the one that actually helped me. She bought my first camera for $200, like a little camcorder.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So we moved to Atlanta, and then I didn't have a job this time.
Yeah.
So
Why Atlanta though?
Okay, so we were picking between Atlanta and Charlotte.
Yeah.
And Charlotte, it was just, just a lot of white people don't really, just want doing what needed to do.
Yeah,
right? But Atlanta, I seen a lot of us, I seen a lot of me.
Right.
I seen a lot of, it was like dudes out here hustling, man. They were selling turtles, selling candy apples, doing whatever. It was like a hustler, around this time. And I said, yeah, I'm
turtles, you said?
They were selling turtles. Like they was
legit.
on the corner. Like it was water boys now. Back in the day, they was selling whatever.
Right.
They on the corner.
Right.
Turtles, candy apple, t-shirts, whatever.
Yeah,
they got a cooler full of stuff.
Yeah.
So I said, no, I'm with this.
Yeah.
They hustling.
Yeah.
Right. So that was why Atlanta, because I seen a lot of thriving Black entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Right. So we got here, but then I could not get a job within the first 3 months. But I spent all my time, 12 to 18 hours every single day, just editing, every single day. So I literally perfected editing within 3 months. So I was already a master editor. But then during that time, I needed to practice with other people. So I went and shot somebody's music video for free. And it was like, yo, that's dope. Can you do it again? This time I pay you for it. I was like, oh, you ain't got no job anyway. That's good. Let's get to it.
Right,
oh, you're $200?
Right.
Let's go. So before you know it, I stopped rapping because more people started paying me for music videos. And I was a music video director, and I went from music videos to commercials, like commercial and short films. And that's how I knew films it wasn't there. I'm on IMDb, I'm doing all type of films, but it's it was just draining. It was a lot of money. Yeah. Right? So literally, I was making a little bit of money doing music videos, but it was just side income. Yeah. So it was always just a hobby up until 2016. And I was like, I need to do something different.
Yeah. And then now that, 2016 hits, you said you had to do something different. What was that breaking point? What was that aha moment that made you say, all right, this is it. This is what I'm sticking with?
Yeah, sure. So in 2016, it was crazy because I was trying to do overtime. I wanted to get this car, this Jaguar, it's my dream car. Yeah. And I did overtime for 6 months just to get the down payment for the car, was $3,000, right? And credit was bad, credit was shot. I just knew I wanted everything just to get the dream car. But when I got the car, the radio was messed up. The coolant was leaking. It just wasn't. But I tried to look cool. Yeah. So I'm saying you ride while the radio ain't working, but I still got headphones on. I got headphones on because I went by. No, the radio don't work. I turn it up. And I turn it up on my phone because MP3. Right. It ain't working. Right. So, but I was so busy trying to show everybody that I look good, as opposed to I'm really broken inside. Yeah. Right. So around this time, I started doing weddings, right? I started shooting weddings, and I started watching motivational videos. I started watching Inga Johnson, Eric Thomas, David Shan, show them how to learn entrepreneurship and stuff like that. And then I read my first book. Right? I haven't read a book since high school. Yeah. So 10 plus years. This book was called 10 Distinctions Between Entrepreneurs and Employees. And what happened was everything on the entrepreneur side was me, and everything on the employee side wasn't me. And that's why I knew I didn't fit. I was basically an eagle hanging around chickens, right? And there's nothing wrong with people, it was employees, but I'm saying it was I knew I didn't fit. I was like, oh, I'm not even supposed to be here. Yeah. It's not even me. So I told my wife, I was like, yo, I'm quitting. She was like, no, chill out now, for real. You're doing too much. Yeah. And then around this time, I came from a wedding. I left a wedding. It was 2 a.m, and I was drinking. and I caught a DUI. It must be my first night in jail.
Mm.
Now, I've been hanging around trapper since 15, 16 years old. I've been hanging around jail this my entire life.
Right.
And this moment, like, I went to jail, they took everything. It took my wedding ring, my belt. I had nothing but like tank top and like, just jeans.
Wow.
And I'm like, I couldn't just leave.
Yeah.
And I just had a lot, like in that night, I just had a lot to think. I was like, this stuff can be gone just like that.
Right.
So why would I waste it like the rest of my life?
Yeah.
Just knowing that this can happen any time. Like the night, that could have been it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I went and got a lawyer, and he just basically like, man, it's going to be tough for you to get another job.
Mm.
And I asked him, I was like, well, what if I never need another job? I said, what if I don't have a job and like, I don't work anymore? But he was like, you never know we need another job.
Mm.
And I was like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna go for this.
Mm.
I'm gonna go for this. So I told my wife I was quitting. Around this time, she had surgery.
Yeah.
Right, she had to get surgery. It was like some life-threatening stuff.
Mm.
Right. So I said, listen, I told her, I said, I can't live the rest of my life not knowing whether it's gonna work for me or not.
Mm.
Right. And that's how she knew. She's like, yeah, I'm gonna stay for 2 more days.
Wow.
I'm gonna go get you this surgery because all the health insurance is on me.
Right.
All that we just gonna figure it out.
Right.
I'm gonna pay for it, whatever. But I just can't be here,
Right.
even if you got surgery.
Wow.
And she had to stick with it.
And so you're saying you have a job,
Mhm.
got a DUI,
Mhm.
know that this DUI is like could hold you back.
Yep.
Your wife has a medical condition.
Right.
The insurance is on you.
Correct.
And you quit your job.
Still.
Make that make sense to me, brother.
Because I knew, I don't know. It's like God showed me a sign, bro.
Yeah.
It was like, I can't live. I just can't. As soon as I mentioned that, I was like, I would be here for the rest of my life. Just at a job, period.
Yeah.
And it's no other time. When I knew it was here, I said, this is it. So I can't make it make sense.
Yeah.
But what I can say is God showed me something different.
Yeah.
And that very next year, I went from making $2,000 a month at my job. The very next year, I was making $5,000 a month. But also, my wife wanted to be an entrepreneur too. Because at first, she didn't believe in entrepreneurship.
Right.
She was like, no, it's weird.
Yeah.
Then next year, she was like, I'm trying to be an entrepreneur too.
Yeah.
And we took our life from 0 to $1 million.
Wow. Wow. And what was that feeling like, man? Because I know that there's somebody right now watching that has that inspiration, or they want to aspire to becoming a millionaire. What was that feeling like? Betting it all, right? You listened. You say, "Yo, God got a plan for me." Mm-hmm. You bet it all. Like you burnt the bridge, if you will. And you touched that first M. Like, what was that feeling like?
Actually, before I answer that, I do want to go back and answer your question because there is something that did make sense.
Yeah.
In the book, it said, what's the worst thing that can happen?
Mm.
And I thought the worst thing that can happen was me losing my family, like losing my house. I just bought a house. I just adopted my daughter.
Yeah.
All the stuff the year before.
Yeah.
But then when I actually thought about it, I was like, I can just go and get another job.
Yeah.
Or do DoorDash, Uber Eats, or whatever.
Yeah.
So that's what made it make sense for me.
Yeah.
I was like, I can just make some money.
Right.
I'm not gonna let myself fail. It's easy.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Now, you said touching. Actually, I just thought about it today.
Mm.
So I thought about it. I said, you know what? I'm actually the first Black millionaire in my family without selling dope.
Wow.
So it wasn't the money. It was just like I didn't have to sell dope.
Wow. Yeah.
My brother's doing 20 years in prison right now. My other brother is, he's somewhere in my hometown doing what he do.
Mm-hmm.
And so it just feels like I don't feel anything, I guess, like abnormal.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that I know that I'm different.
Yeah.
I know that other people can do it too.
Yeah.
Like I know that you don't have to be super, super special.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that the route that I take, most people aren't willing to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's not hard. Just don't let yourself fail. Don't give up.
Yeah.
I know it's a cliche, but it's kind of like if you do one thing long enough, it'll eventually happen for you.
Yeah. 100%. And so talk to me about Shooter Camp. Like, what made you decide that, you know what, I figured out this blueprint. I know how to create 6 and 7 figures from my camera.
Yeah.
I'm gonna create this camp, this company that help other videographers, realize how to monetize their dream as well.
Yeah, it was when I kept like stepping up, when I kept doing different levels.
Yeah.
Like when I started hiring like editors and I'm like, oh, I'm just chilling, right? I'm shooting, I'm chilling. And I'm talking to other photographers and videographers and they have no clue. I feel like I'm on this planet by myself.
Yeah.
Now I'm hanging with other business owners. Me, Ash Cash got a team, like we're all chilling. But I'm the only person who was like talking to the people who are not there, right? Because a lot of my millionaire friends, they keep talking about, yeah, man, 6 figures ain't nothing or whatever. And I'm like, there's a whole lot of photographers and videographers that are trying to make $3,000, $5,000 a month.
Yeah.
And I can be that person. I can be that vessel for them.
Yeah.
Right? So while I'm getting all the information from all my other millionaire friends, I can't get comfortable and be chilling and relaxing with them when I know that my people, my creative people are out here struggling.
Right.
So I said, I knew that I could do something different about it.
Yeah.
Right? I knew I could make a change.
Yeah.
So then I made a class. I didn't think it was gonna be that big. I was just like, you know what I mean? I was already teaching for free and nobody would show up. I'm like, come on, man, let's get this game and let's get this jump popping.
Yeah.
And then I started charging people $600. I filled up the class. I was like, why not? Why didn't y'all just do that? Before I was doing it for free.
Right.
They didn't believe it. Right? Once I started charging more money, they was like, they believed it.
Right. Right.
So I was trying to be like Skechers.
Yep.
When I should have just been Gucci the whole time.
Right.
It's the craziest thing ever.
Yeah.
People spend the rest of their money. I'm like, I was doing some free. I was doing shoes camp for free 1 year, 2 years before this.
Yeah. Yeah. But they want to pay for it because there's this like people see value in what they pay for. And so they started paying for it. And so now, you know, what is Shooters Camp today, and what impact has it had on the people that you serve?
It's wild, bro.
Yeah.
It's wild. So basically, it's a coaching program, and we do 6 weeks. We go over technical stuff and business stuff, as far as how to build a business, how to do 10K plus, how to scale your business. We have a 2-day in person. We do graduations and all that. And my mentees, bro, they're making a lot of money. Like literally, I get off the phone with people. I do a strategy call with them. 2 days later, they're getting clients for $1,500 a month, $1,000 a month. Yeah. Every time I get on a call, everybody's making money.
Yeah.
And right now, I got some mentees who are doing like well over $200,000 a year. Wow. And they're in different places. I got some mentees in Charlotte's doing 20,000 plus a month. I got some mentees in Arkansas is doing like 15K. Just all over it. Memphis, right? So you don't have to be like in Atlanta, in New York, Miami, in the hot cities. You can be in Buku, whatever.
Yeah.
And you can make a lot of money, right? I'm literally, that was crazy to me.
Wow.
Hey, wait. I know you want to watch this next video, but listen, if you are an entrepreneur, business coach, business consultant, or a small business owner who has a story and wants to learn how to create multiple streams of income from your story, I need you to text me right now, my book, to 646-687-4152. That is my personal number. I have been an author for over 12 years. I've written 10 books. 4 of them have been bestsellers, and I've sold over 100,000 books. But I've also helped a lot of my clients take their expertise and put it into a story, then create multiple streams of income from that. So I want to help you do the same thing. So text my book to 646-687-4152. All right, let's go back to the video.
What would you say is the main thing that's keeping videographers from making a lot of money, though?
Okay. Ooh. One, can I name a few?
Yeah, give me a few. Yeah.
One, they don't focus on the business. They focus mostly on the creativity. And all the creative may be good, but creativity doesn't equate to money. So it's not that you're going to be like, oh, the more creative I get, the more money I have. That's not, it's actual business principles and practices to help you make money.
Yeah.
That's one. Two, focus on a niche. Be a specialist. Okay, generalists don't get paid, specialists do. So if you're working in so many different things, that's why people, every time you add another like niche to your profile or whatever, you actually get paid less. So meaning, I had $2,000 to pay you.
Yeah.
But once I seen you had other stuff on your page, that $2,000 just dropped to $1,000, or dropped to $500, or dropped to $250. The reason why the money dropped is because I don't trust you anymore. I don't trust you with all my money.
Right.
That makes sense?
Yeah.
So not having a niche, not having business, and also just not having a mentor and a coach. Because when you go to school, these people, I make more money than your school teacher. In a couple of months, you'll probably make more money than your school teacher.
Yeah.
Right? And sometimes, like, if you're talking to a business coach, right, a photography videographer, or a coach in general, like, I just ask them straight up, how much money you made last year? If you don't make enough money that I want to make, I don't want you to be my coach at all. So you just ask your teacher, hey, teacher, film teacher, whatever, how much money you made doing this?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm working here. I'm making 50 grand. Oh, I don't want to do that.
Right. Right.
You've been bamboozled. You're going to leave there and you're going to end up being a production assistant at Tyler Perry Studios.
Right.
Making $8 an hour.
Right.
He going to run you around crazy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. So, and people don't have money conversations. It's important to talk about money. They're getting these groups, getting these rooms and this photography forums and all this other stuff. And they talk about like, hey, what we're going to shadow today, what we're going to shoot murals today. They'll come here and take pictures of this vault and post something dope about this vault. on the page.
Mhm.
When they can be asking AshCash, yo, how do I make some money right now?
Yeah. Yeah.
How can I make 5,000 right now? How can I, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You focus on the wrong thing.
Yeah. Yeah. And so are there other ways? Are there other ways a videographer could get paid beyond shooting? Right? Like is the only way to, build a business, scale a business is to be behind the camera? Like what other ways could videographers say, all right, you know what? I can make money in this different avenue.
I would start there.
Yeah.
I would start there.
Yeah.
It's other ways you can make money.
Yeah.
But if you want to make money quickly,
Yeah.
you got the camera.
Yeah.
Everybody needs it. Everybody wants it.
Yeah.
Just the camera.
Stick with where the demand is.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
look at how did anything look in here? Somebody had to take a picture of this before they posted it.
Right. Right.
Like before you bought this from Amazon, somebody had to shoot it.
Yeah.
The mock-up and all that. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. The
Yeah.
money all around us.
Yeah. Yeah. And what other businesses have you've been able to open
True.
or get into, by being successful?
True. Now you can use your camera for leverage.
Yeah.
I can say that, right?
Yeah.
So by shooting, when I met my business partner, David Sharons, I leveraged the camera to work with him. I shot for David for free for 2 years, right? And throughout that time, we've been able to build a coach program together, and we built a studio. So now I was able to leverage my camera to be able to have a studio space that I didn't necessarily have to pay for. So you can leverage your camera for other reasons. So if you know that, let's say AshCash has a YouTube channel, just besides, let's say you have another YouTube channel, just the AshCash channel where you're talking about, being an author or whatever.
Yeah.
I can come to you with my camera and say, I can shoot all those videos for you. Let's just do a percentage of the YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Let's do 10%. Let's do 15%. Now what happens is you're creating passive income off somebody else's likeness.
Right. Yeah.
So you can just be creative like that. But I know when you got a camera right now, you walking around with, it's like the money.
Yeah,
you walking around with the bag. You got
Yeah.
a camera in your hand, you're rich.
Yeah.
You're the
yeah.
rich person in the room.
Yeah.
Or you can be.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And is there, going through Shooters Camp, you don't give up all of it, right? Because at the end of the day, it is a program that, you want people to invest in.
True.
But what are some of the things that somebody will learn in Shooters Camp that they can't look up on YouTube University, or they can't just Google and figure out themselves?
Sure. So we talked about retainer clients. People don't know how to actually create a pricing model that clients that want to put you on retainer will actually like. So that's one. What to actually put in your contracts and invoices, right? How to actually make 10K a month. How to actually make a 10K a month and working less.
Yeah.
So essentially you can work 10 days out of the month and be off 20 days. And most photography videos got to hustle every single day.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if you want to learn how to make more and work less,
Yeah.
and actually have your free time to be able to spend time with your daughter, your kids, your spouse, your family, whatever, Shooters Camp is a place to do it. And there's no other programs that can show you how to make a lot of money in less time.
Wow. Wow.
Everyone else can show you how to hustle.
Right.
We're going to show you how to hustle.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I love that.
You get
love that.
Yeah, you get the cruise to the back.
Yeah. And how do one of the things that I'm intrigued about, which I want to say you like one of the first people I've seen do it, where like entrepreneurs are having events, and like you're getting them the content like on the spot. Like I remember like people are like they're in their conference, and I'm on Instagram and I'm like, yo, how is this person posting about the event? Not on their phone, but it's like professionally, professional content on the spot. Like I want to say, I see others do it now.
True. Yeah.
But I want to say you were like one of the first to do it. Like what's the importance of that? Does that increase the value?
Definitely.
Yeah. Talk to us.
Definitely.
Talk to
So
us.
like people like 6 years ago, I was with my business partner's his name is Derek Harper, right? And I was shooting his event. And I was shooting his event. I had like 3 camera angles. And I was like, you know what would be crazy? If I can edit a video right now before people leave. So I would be shooting, dump the stuff, and start editing right there. I would do all this stuff by myself. So I would have a 3 camera angle. I would shoot and edit and do a same day edit on the spot by myself. And then now I realize that that's crazy, right?
right.
But then it was dope because people were like, people would start crying, they would see themselves and all that. I said, this right here is impactful.
Yeah.
So then once I did it with Derek, I started doing it with other people. Then I started creating teams.
Yeah.
So now what happens, I realized it took a team to do it. So now people can man the cameras and somebody can also be in the back editing. These are multiple jobs,
Right.
right? These are multiple jobs. And the best way to do it is to be able to have a team.
Yeah.
And yes, that would definitely increase the value, not only to your client, but the people who are at the events.
Yeah. And then, you know, ultimately, when you look at, you know, what you do, your business, you know, where do you want to take, you know, Brandon Shot Me and the Shooters Camp?
Yeah, so I basically want to help any photographer and videographer who's willing to learn, right? I want to show every photographer and videographer how to make at least 6 figures in the camera, with not hustling, but making a lot of money, but doing less work.
Yeah.
Only for the people coachable. Anybody over the country, even over the world.
Yeah.
So I want to take this to 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 shooters all over the country.
No, I love it. Finish this phrase for me. I am
The shooter.
the shooter. I am the shooter. Shooters shooting. Computers puting. When it's all said and done, I will be.
I don't want to say the shooter. That's all I want to say.
Right.
I'll be the most impactful photographer and videographer in the world.
Love it. I want everyone who crosses my path to know
That I'm regular. Like I'm not super special.
Yeah.
Like I'm from Wilson.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you gotta find it on the map.
Yeah.
Small hometown. Anybody from the country, anybody from a small hometown, they feel like, oh, I can't get out here and make it. You don't have to be in a big city.
Yeah.
You can be from a small place. You can come from humble beginnings. You can come from poverty.
Right.
And do something with your life.
No, I love that. If you were to you know, now looking at, you know, Brandon and everything that he's done today, if you were to you know, go to your 18-year-old self, what advice would you be giving 18-year-old Brandon?
I say, dude, first of all, your videographer's trash.
Yeah.
No, I would say focus on getting a mentor. Focus on getting mentored by somebody who's done it.
Yeah.
And find that person. Find that person, stick with them.
Yeah.
And not only just that person, find multiple mentors.
Yeah.
'Cause I feel like if you can find somebody who's done what you want to do, you'll eventually get there anyway.
Yeah. And as a, you know, someone who is financially free, millionaire, what would you say is the most extravagant thing you've done with money so far?
Ugh. Shoot, just came from Puerto Rico throwing up money. Just did it last weekend. Extravagant. Bought a chain. Yes. Bought a chain, man. I bought me and my wife a chain. So I got it. My chain says The Shooter. Hers says Mr. Shooter. So not lavish, but I just want to do something for us. This, I just want to live like a rapper. Right? Start getting my gold teeth back. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
that's about it.
What would you say is the most impactful thing you've done with money?
Yeah, so retiring my wife, taking over my mom's bills, and finally getting my wife a diamond ring. So when we got married, went to the courthouse, and I got like a $150 ring off Amazon.
Wow.
So even she was chilling. She was like, no, I'm cool. I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? You know how I was. Kind of like, man, I'm just happy to be married. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, I can't get around all these millionaires. You know, man, your wife got a diamond ring.
She does, yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't be like, she looking at your wife like,
Yeah.
Amina got a, she out there with the Amazon. I can't do much like that.
Right.
So I was like, I surprised her. And I got her a diamond ring, man. And so those things.
No, that's dope. That's dope. And then, all right, cool. So right now, there's somebody who is running they got a 9-to-5, they got a business, and they're like, yo, I'm trying to figure this thing out. What advice would you give to that side hustler who got one foot in entrepreneurship, one foot as a employee? What advice would you have for them?
Okay. Stop hanging around your broke friends. That's one. Stop hanging around people who stop hanging around people who don't want to do the things that you want to do. Yeah. Start reading more books and stop watching the things that are taking you down a rabbit hole. So photography, you also watch a lot of YouTube videos about like buying more gear and doing stuff. Things are going to take you right back down this rabbit hole. Yeah. As opposed to watching, there's not anything out there that can sure I make a lot of money. And I'm probably one of the only few who can do that. But you watch other things. So as opposed to watching how to buy a new camera, you watch how to get into entrepreneurship, right? You watch what are some daily habits that millionaires, do every day. Those things will put you on a different path.
Yeah. If you are an entrepreneur, business coach, or small business owner who wants to get more visibility for your product or service, then consider advertising on Inside the Vault. We have been seen and heard over 2 million times, and as the show continues to grow, your ad would be embedded in our episodes forever. So the return on investments on advertising with us is unmeasurable and invaluable. If you're interested in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, then text podcast to 646-687-4152 or email us at info@insidethevaultshow.com. Allow your business to get the visibility that it deserves. Love that. All right, we're gonna do a quick lightning round, right?
Oh,
and with the lightning round, what I'm gonna do is, we're literally inside a vault, right?
Okay.
And so we take banking terms and we flip those banking terms into, us for inside the vault, right? So the first term
I should have studied.
is deposit slip, right? And so a deposit slip, you fill out a form, you put, you're depositing money inside, the bank.
Okay.
For us here, deposit slip is a slip up, a money mistake, right?
Okay.
What would you say is the biggest deposit slip that or biggest money mistake you've done so far?
I made too many mistakes with the money. I've been trying to be careful. Oh yes, biggest money mistake was trying to save it.
Talk
To save
to
it.
me about that.
So like, while I'm trying to save, my money's not growing, right? So I'm talking with other people who are investors that make a lot of money. They're flipping their money, and I'm not buying any properties. I'm not buying any Airbnbs. I'm not buying anything that's helping me make more money.
Yeah.
So what happens is, if my money's not growing, right? If it's not growing, money's not growing, my money's actually depleting. So I realized that saving was not the move. I was trying to save my way to get rich, and it's like that wasn't the case.
Yeah. No, I love that. Number two, give me a charge off, right? So charge off, you borrow money from the bank, you don't pay the money back. They're trying to get the money back, but eventually they're like, you know what? We ain't gonna get the money, so we're gonna charge it off. On your journey, what type of people or mindsets did you have to charge off?
Oh, shoot. Yeah, definitely lots of people. Most people, family, friends. I literally gave up all my old friends and just only kept the new friends.
Wow.
All of them. I might have kept two people.
What was the reason? Like, what was the characteristics that made you say, you know what, if I gotta let it level up, I have to let go?
Yeah, because like it was between the conversations and the activity.
Yeah.
I want my activity and conversation to be like not only positive, but actually moving towards a certain direction.
Yeah.
So if we know that, we're going to a club, we're talking about nothing, I literally just wasted time. And I could have used this time, whatever, how many hours it was, doing something else.
Yeah.
Right? I was talking to my guy, G. Bryant, and I asked him, I said, why is your phone always on like, do not disturb? Like, I got to call you, like you're not picking up. It just go right to the joint. And he was like, no, you realize that like, it's not, people think it's emergency and most time it's not.
Yeah.
So I just stopped picking up the phone.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because people would call and they was like, stop calling. I'm like, oh, it works.
Yeah.
So I feel like I'd be a dick, like, yo, I got to pick up what you need. You need something?
Right.
Nah, man, I'm good, cuz. Listen, let me get hold about $10 real quick.
Right.
I'm like, man, you ain't even want nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, man, man, baby mama tripping, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could have just not picked up the phone. So I'm realizing that a lot of my time was wasted. The reason why I wasn't at a place where I am right now, because I wasted too much time with people who was not good for me.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah, I laugh because I do the same thing. Like, so I'm a quick hack.
Yeah.
Is that my phone stay on Do Not Disturb as well. And what I do is, if you've earned it, you have to earn making yourself to the favorites.
I like
and
that.
so the settings I have is Do Not Disturb except for you, except for my
people.
favorites.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that way, that's why everybody be like, yo, what's your number? I'm like, yeah, I give you my number, right? It's all good because I ain't gonna never pick up anyway.
Yeah.
And my voicemail literally says, yo, thank you for calling. You reach Ash Cash. Leave a voicemail, but text me because you'll get an answer faster.
True.
So that way, if somebody calls, I'm not gonna pick up because you got to earn your way to my favorites. And then I'll get your text, and then if it, you know what I mean, like I make sure that yeah.
That's perfect, because actually when I call, you ain't picked up, and what happened, you'll figure out. People to figure it out.
Yeah.
I was like calling, and I was like, let me check. I figured it out.
Yeah, 100%.
I ain't want nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I did want something, but it's like, it's not that, it was enough for you to pick up the phone.
Yeah. And that's the thing, right? Because I feel like when people call you, they want to, you know what I'm saying? Like
the time.
right, they want the time.
Yeah.
But is it textable?
It's textable.
Right.
A lot of times it's like, it's a quick text. You want a phone that you end up 10, 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude,
Exactly.
that was a whole half an interview.
100%.
Just then.
100%.
So that was crazy.
Yeah. That's the
Okay.
hack. Yeah. All right, last but not least, ATM, right? Mm-hmm. Another teachable moment. So, inside the vault, I mean, ATM, is you put your card in, you're getting money right out, out. Mm-hmm. But for us, here's another teachable moment. So you're giving videographers, creatives, a lot of good ammunition that they should be able to take to begin to take, to think of themselves on the next level. But give us one more, like another teachable moment. Just for a photography videographer to take their life to the next level. Next level, yep. Oh, man. Something crazy. All right, so let me see if I can give you a few. Let me give you some things that don't work. Mm-hmm. Okay, websites don't convert. You do. Yeah. Right? So photography videographers don't want to hop on the phone with their clients. They want to, if Ash Cash, you're not a photographer and videographer, so if you go to somebody's website, it says something about JPEGs, RAWs, you don't know what the heck that is. You're like, what are you talking about? 100%. Right? Hop on the call with your clients. That's one. Yes, talk to your phone be on the phone with every single client. I don't care who it is. I don't care how long you've been doing it. Yeah. I don't care if you're a vet. I don't care if you've been doing it 15 years. You must hop on the phone with every single client. Yeah. So websites don't convert, you do. Two, business cards are for people who don't want to do business with you. Ooh, yep. That's right. Fact, yeah. So you walk around, we done had a conversation, we chilling, and then you pull out the business card. I thought it was hanging. Right. You done hit me with the business transaction. Right. Yeah. The business card's going right in the trash. If you actually want to do business with somebody, we'll exchange contact. We'll text, we'll put on the calendar, we'll talk. Yeah. Okay. And lastly, I think of a last one that's gonna really get them right. Oh, 3, focus heavily on social media. Because a lot of your clients, you don't have to be good at social media, but a lot of your clients are on social media. Why would you go door to door and, do all this mail or radio? I don't know what you're doing now. Right, I don't know how you make money. Networking events. Yeah. Like, stop doing that. They're on social media. You can be at the house. Right. I can message 50 people a day and probably close one person. Yeah. Focus on social. All right, so I love that. All right, y'all, listen. If you are a creative, if you are a videographer, if you know a videographer, make sure you share this video with them. Make sure they tap in. We got a special offer. Listen, if you want to join Shooters Camp, you can go to InsideShooters.com. Exclusive for our insiders. Brandon, talk a little bit about what they're gonna get, in the program during the Shooters Camp. Yeah, sure. So in Shooters Camp, it's a 6 weeks coaching program. Yes, it is coaching. It's not a course. Okay, you get actual coaching live from me and my business partner, and you actually get a 2-day in person. Right, a lot of people like hands-on. Yeah. Right, so we can go hands-on in person. We do a graduation. I'll bring a lot of my millionaire friends to show you how to actually build $1 million business. Love it. So check it out, InsideShooters.com. If somebody wanted to connect with you, they wanted to you just see what you're doing, where can they find you? Man, IG is where I play at. Okay, so go to Instagram. Brandon Shot Me, but actually I'm on TikTok. So thanks, Jazz. All right, I'm on TikTok. So Brandon Shot Me on TikTok as well. But make sure you go follow your boy on Instagram, Brandon Shot Me. All right, y'all. Another awesome episode of Inside the Vault with Ash Cash. Make sure you join our exclusive Insiders community. You got to text Insiders to 646-687-4152. That's text Insiders to 646-687-4152. Follow us on all social media platforms at Inside the Vault. Follow me, Ash Cash, at I am Ash Cash on all social media platforms. I will see you next time for another powerful episode of Inside the Vault with Ash Cash, the greatest money mindset show on the planet, giving you the insider's guide to be financially free. I appreciate you. I'll see you next time. In God's will. All right, y'all. Peace.
Oh yeah. You want Ash Cash, you can catch it right here in the vault.